At the start of the drama, we see female lead Sin Yi, who while cleaning goes to male lead Chahian and says, "We are again in the same school and same class." So he smiles and says, "Yes." Then she gathers courage and says, "I like you." Chahian says, "But I do not." So Sin Yi goes away from there. In the next scene, Sin Yi is outside the school. While going to class, she tells about herself. "I am Sin Yi. My age is 17 years. And then she bumps into Chahian. And then seeing him, she smiles and says in her heart, "For me, this is the most important." In the next scene, Sin Yi is getting scolded for getting less marks. Then Chahian comes there, seeing whom Sin Yi does not feel good. Then in class, Hui Ji says to Chahian, "Will you explain the maths formula to me?" He says, "Okay." So Sin Yi asks her friend Young, "Between me and Hui Ji, whose face is smaller?" Young says, "Hui Ji's." Hearing this, Sin Yi gets angry and puts stickers on Young's face. In the next scene, outside the school, she is holding tiffin in her hand and imagining Chahian that I will give this to him. And then sitting at the desk waiting for Chahian, she falls asleep. Just like this, morning happens. Then Chahian sees her but goes to his class. Next day in class, the teacher was teaching them about love letter. Hearing this, Sin Yi gets an idea. After class, she is writing a letter to Chahian. Then Young comes to her and asks, "What are you writing? If you want, I can teach you to write a letter." Then outside the class, Young and Sin Yi together are writing a letter. Next day in the morning, she is sitting outside and reading the letter. Then Wuday comes clapping and says, "If he does not say yes to you, then you will break his bones. This school is very horrible." Sin Yi says, "You are saying right. This school and I are also very horrible, so you go from here." So Wuday says, "From today, I will call you my brother." Then Sin Yi goes away from there. In class, the teacher asks Sin Yi to write the answer on the board. When Sin Yi is writing, she forgets the spelling of a word. All students start making fun of her. Then Wuday comes and tells her the spelling, and then introduces himself. The teacher asks him to sit behind. So Wuday sits on the seat behind Sin Yi and says to Sin Yi, "Brother, from today we are classmates." Sin Yi also says, "Yes," while smiling. Next day, when Sin Yi comes out of class, she gets happy seeing Chahian. Chahian says, "Don't you want to go home?" She says, "Have to go," and seeing him, she smiles. So Chahian says, "Why do you keep smiling so much?" So Sin Yi says, "I feel very good going to and from school with you." Then we see in flashback, when Sin Yi had fallen asleep, waiting outside the school with food for Chahian, then he was sitting near her. Even in sleep, she was saying, "This Chahian is for you." Hearing this, Chahian smiles and goes away from there. In the next scene, they all are having lunch in the canteen. Wuday puts fish in Sin Yi's plate and asks her to eat it. So Sin Yi says, "You do not want?" He says, "No, I have to reduce my calories." Chahian is also eating food there. He feels jealousy. Then Young says to Wuday, "If you have to burn your calories, then let's go to one place." Chahian says, "No, have to attend class." But they do not listen to him and come to a dancing place where everyone enjoys. While going back, Wuday gets a call. Then he says to Sin Yi, "This week my swimming competition is. You also come there," and asks other friends also to come. Then Chahian sees the teacher coming, so they all start running on their cycles. Sin Yi's cycle chain was broken, so Young lifts her cycle. Chahian starts asking Sin Yi to go with him, but Wuday already takes her sitting with him and goes to drop her home. Chahian becomes sad and starts looking at her. Next day, the teacher praises everyone that all your assignments were very good. Then they ask Sin Yi to read an assignment. That is Chahian's assignment, in which he had written about his dad. While going home, Sin Yi says to Chahian, "This weekend my mom will make very good food. Will you come?" But Chahian refuses and giving her his cycle, asks her to go home. Sin Yi says, "Where are you going?" He says to her, "Do not come after me," and goes away from there. In the next scene, Sin Yi has come to watch Wuday's competition, where, due to Wuday's shoulder pain, he gets second position, so he becomes sad. But Sin Yi cheers him up, which makes Wuday feel very good. After the competition, he invites Sin Yi for food, but Sin Yi refuses by saying she is busy because she had to go to Chahian's house. Today was his dad's death anniversary. On the other side, Chahian is keeping food in front of his dad's photo and then prays. Then Sin Yi comes to him, so he says to her, "I had told you not to come, right?" Sin Yi says, "You have made so much. I have also brought fruits." Chahian says, "Leave it and go from here." Sin Yi becomes sad and comes home. She is eating food, then her mom tells her to give medicine to Chahian. So Sin Yi comes to his house and calls Chahian. She sees Chahian is asleep, so she comes near him and touches his head. So she feels Chahian has fever. Then she starts putting cold compresses on Chahian's head. She is close to him. Then Chahian opens his eyes and gets shocked, seeing Sin Yi. Next day, Chahian is waiting for Sin Yi below the building. Then she comes there and asks about Chahian's health. He says, "I am fine." Then, sitting on the cycle, he asks Sin Yi to sit behind him. Then they go to school together. In school, Sin Yi participates in the election for class president, so she is reading her speech, but she does not understand anything. Then Wuday comes and teaches her to speak the speech. Then both start running after each other. Chahian sees them, so he gets angry at Sin Yi. Now election day, Sin Yi gets confused while giving her speech. Then Wuday and Jung cheer her up, so she starts giving the speech well. Then we see the votes of both participants are equal. Sin Yi sees Chahian's vote is still remaining. Then he comes and gives his vote to Hui Ji, the candidate opposite to Sin Yi, on which Sin Yi feels very bad. Afterwards, Sin Yi asks him, "Why did you not vote for me?" So he says, "Because you do not have leader qualities." So Sin Yi says, "Does Hui Ji have them?" So he says, "Yes." Sin Yi hits Chahian's foot with a pen and runs away from there. In the next scene, the teacher asks Sin Yi to collect money for t-shirts, so Sin Yi also goes to Chahian to take money. So he keeps the money in front of her and asks for change. Then Hui Ji comes to Chahian and asks about English books. So Chahian says, "I will give you the list later." Sin Yi puts the change on his table and leaves angrily. Then she keeps the money in an envelope and puts it in a notebook. Then Hui Ji comes to her and says, "Have you collected the money? The teacher needs it by evening." So she says, "Okay." Then Sin Yi starts taking out the money, but she does not find that notebook, so she gets worried. So Young asks her to remember, "Where did you keep it?" So Sin Yi remembers she has given it for homework checking. Chahian also hears this. So Young says, "Then we will have to bring it from the staff room." Then So Young goes to the staff room with Young. They are just about to take the notebook. Then the teacher comes there, so both hide. Then they come to class and tell the notebook was not found. So Sin Yi gets worried. Then she is sitting worried on the stairs. Then Chahian asks her, "You have lost the book, right?" So Sin Yi asks him for help. He says, "Why should I help?" Sin Yi apologizes for hurting him. So Chahian says, "Is the money lift?" So Sin Yi says, "In the staff room. Inside my notebook it is." To Chahian says, "You then hit teacher's leg on leg and take it," and smiles and goes away. In the evening, the teacher asks Sin Yi about the money. So Sin Yi starts saying that she has lost the money, but before this, Chahian brings that envelope and puts it on her desk. Then Sin Yi stands up and apologizes to the teacher. "I had lost the money. Chahian has just brought it and given it to me." All students start getting angry at Sin Yi, so the teacher says, "Mistakes happen from everyone, but nobody accepts. For this, you have to be brave." So I think Sin Yi has done a very good job by accepting her mistake. Hearing this, now students forgive Sin Yi, by which Sin Yi becomes happy. Then we see in flashback, Chahian there, while looking at Sin Yi's notebook, drops the books. So the teacher asks him to pick up the books, so he quickly takes out the envelope from Sin Yi's notebook and gives it to Sin Yi. In the next scene, we see Sin Yi was sad. So Young asks her, "What has happened?" So she tells, "Chahian's birthday is coming. I have to gift him a watch." So Young also had to give something to her dad on Father's Day, so she was also sad. Jung gives her some money, but that was very little, so she refuses him. Then one of their classmates comes and tells that a competition is going to happen, in which 50,000 prize will be given. So those people become happy hearing this, and making a group they decide to participate in it, for which everyone is practicing. Sin Yi practices but does not do it properly, so Wuday also starts helping her. While running and knocking down all the racks, she bumps into Wuday. Wuday catches her. So Young falls while practicing, due to which she gets a sprain in her foot. So the teacher tells her not to take part in the competition. Next day, So Young says to Chahian, "Do you know why Sin Yi is practicing so much? She has to take a gift for someone's birthday." Wuday comes and sits there. So Young tells him to teach Sin Yi again. Sin Yi is tying her shoelace, then Chahian comes to her. Seeing him, Sin Yi becomes happy. He says to her, "I have seen others also practicing. Nobody is able to do this, so you do not regret having small feet." Then the competition day arrives. Sin Yi is nervous, so Chahian cheers her up, so she becomes happy. Then Sin Yi performs very well and wins the competition. Then everyone gets gift cards, which had such a small amount that everyone becomes sad. Sin Yi says, "With this, I will not be able to buy anything." So Young says, "I have to go to meet Dad now." Chahian says, "Jump the back gate and go." Everyone gets shocked because Chahian had given the idea to bunk class for the first time. Then everyone helps So Young in going out, by which she jumps the gate and goes. In the next scene, the teacher tells everyone about the drama festival, so Sin Yi decides to do the Love in Paris drama. Hui Ji asks Chahian to join her group. They were performing Romeo-Juliet. Chahian asks him to think about this. After class, Chahian asks her to take part in the drama with him, and holding her hand says, "Let's go, baby." So Sin Yi says, "I am not a baby." Then even in class, she is writing and sending him dialogues, so Chahian, also getting annoyed with her, writes and sends a dialogue. When Sin Yi sees, it was written in it, "I am not a baby." Then even while cleaning, Sin Yi and Jung start singing songs to convince Chahian, but still Chahian does not agree. Then in class, Sin Yi is sleeping, so Chahian sees her and smiles and goes near her. Seeing him, Sin Yi becomes happy. Chahian says, "Your script?" She says, "This is it. Will you join?" Chahian says, "You have spit on it." So Sin Yi gets embarrassed. Next day, the teacher adds Chahian to Hui Ji's group, so Sin Yi does not feel good. After school, Wuday takes Sin Yi home for practice, where both of them practice the drama. When he comes to drop her home, he thanks her. "Because of being a swimmer, I could not go to school much, but because of you, I am exploring new things." Sin Yi becomes happy and says, "You are feeling good with us, right?" So Wuday, putting his hand on her head, says, "You are a good brother." Chahian sees both of them outside his house. He then goes inside angrily. Next day, So Young finds medicine from Jung's bag, which is for a heart patient, by which she comes to know Jung is a heart patient. Then in class, Sin Yi's group is performing the drama. In that, Wuday holds Sin Yi's hand, which Chahian does not like. Sin Yi's group's drama does not get selected, so they all become sad. At the drama festival, Hui Ji and Chahian's Romeo-Juliet is being performed on stage. Backstage, Sin Yi gives the audio recorder to the audio player, in which all the data is recorded. But when Hui Ji and Chahian's end scene happens, wrong audio gets played from the audio player. Everyone gets worried. Jung asks Sin Yi to take the glass to the stage. Sin Yi was not going, so on Jung's forcing, the water from the glass falls on Sin Yi, and that glass goes onto the stage. Then the lights turn on, meaning their drama has ended. But its ending was very strange. In the changing room, Wuday makes Sin Yi wear a jacket. Sin Yi was sad because of her, the drama was ruined. Outside, Chahian looking for her comes to the room. Seeing both of them together, Chahian gets very angry. He had brought a jacket for Sin Yi, but now he gets angry at Sin Yi and leaves by saying this, "You are a loser." In the next scene, we see Sin Yi, who is crying very much at Chahian's words. Her mom-dad have brought food outside, but she does not open the door. On the other side, Chahian is also thinking the same. Next day, he waits for Sin Yi outside the building. Sin Yi comes out, but seeing him hides. Then Chahian goes to school. In class, Si-won bothers Sin Yi. So Wuday catches him and says to Sin Yi, "If anyone bothers you, tell me." So she says, "Okay." Then a classmate says to Sin Yi, "What happened there because of you? If I were in your place, I would have transferred school." Jung silences her, so Sin Yi goes out of the class. In the library too, Sin Yi does not look towards Chahian. He asks her to explain the question, but Sin Yi refuses him and goes outside. While going home, Chahian, seeing Sin Yi coming behind him, slows down his cycle. Coming home, he sees his mom and brother have come back. His brother hugs him and gives a gift, so he feels very good. Sin Yi's parents get worried seeing the marks in her report card. They talk to Sin Yi, so Sin Yi talks to her mom about transferring school, on which both mom and dad get shocked. Next day, Chahian hears his mom and Sin Yi's mom talking, that Sin Yi's marks have come very low, and she is talking about school transfer. Hearing this, Chahian gets shocked. Next day, the teacher calls Sin Yi to the staff room. Then Chahian tells her friends, Sin Yi is transferring school, on which everyone gets shocked. In the staff room, Sin Yi's mom-dad have come. The teacher refuses Sin Yi from transferring. Then Chahian comes there and says to the teacher, "I have come to take the literature assignment." The teacher says, "It is quite a lot." So they ask Sin Yi to help him. Coming outside, Chahian says to Sin Yi, "Do not go, Sin Yi." Hearing this, Sin Yi gets shocked. In the next scene, it is shown they all have come to the senior class where the teacher, seeing them, is very happy. Jung, seeing a poster outside, tells everyone about this. Jung says, "We will go together to this show." So Jung says, "I cannot come." Sin Yi and Jung start convincing her. Jung says, "It will take 1 hour to go there. I will sing there." Then when Sin Yi comes home, her parents are fighting. Sin Yi becomes sad seeing this. Next day, Jung makes everyone sit at one place and call someone. He then sings a song. Everyone is listening to him, then he is told that he has passed. So he becomes happy. Jung says, will you all come to the show, right? Sin Yi says, mine is not confirmed. Wuday, putting his hand on her head, says, if my brother is not coming, then I will also not come. Chahian does not like him doing that. When Sin Yi comes home at night, there is a note from her mom. I am going out of the city, so you eat food. Then Sin Yi is standing outside and crying. Then Chahian comes to her and asks the reason for crying. So Sin Yi, seeing him, starts crying even more. She says, my parents have fought. My dad has not come home for 2 days, and mom is also not at home today. If they get a divorce, what will happen to me? Then she puts Chahian's hand on her eyes and starts crying. After crying for a long time, she goes home. So Chahian messages her, do not worry, I am sure. Nothing will happen. Next day morning, Sin Yi sees her parents have come home and their fight is also over, so she becomes happy. In the next scene, Young is performing in the show. Sin Yi and Wuday are dancing with him, but the judge rejects them. Young becomes very sad, so Sin Yi says, no problem. You imagine like this that we have come on a picnic. We stay here tonight. Young says, okay, we have come here, so let's enjoy something. Then they rent out a house. Then Sin Yi and So Young call their homes and tell. Sin Yi tells, I am at So Young's house. And So Young tells this, I am at Sin Yi's house. And then they also talk to each other's moms. Young, Wuday, and Chahian also call their homes and tell. Then everyone enjoys quite a lot together. Seeing falling stars, they make wishes. Chahian goes outside, so Sin Yi also goes after him. Chahian asks her about her wish, so she says, I wished that you start liking me. So Chahian starts smiling. She says, if in the future ever I get angry with you, or say to you I do not like you, then you never take this seriously, because that I would not have said from the heart. Chahian smiles and puts his hand on her head. Then everyone plays truth game. On paper, everyone writes something and keeps it. Then everyone picks up one note each. The note that Sin Yi gets, and that was written, I like Sin Yi. Sin Yi looks at Wuday and Chahian both. Wuday says, we will not tell this secret to anyone. Then next day, everyone watches sunrise together. In the next scene, Sin Yi writes something and throws it towards Chahian. Chahian sees, in it was written, what are you doing this Saturday? Chahian does not reply anything, so she throws another note towards him, in which was written, can you go out with me? Then Chahian writes on paper and gives it to Sin Yi and goes outside, on which okay is written, seeing which Sin Yi becomes happy. So Young asks her to come with her on Saturday, so she refuses. I will go to watch the match with Chahian. Young asks, have you bought the ticket? So she refuses, on which Young says, this match is quite a big match, so it is possible by now tickets might have been sold. Then Sin Yi asks her mom for money for this. So mom says, how much money do you need? So she says, 10,000, I have to take tickets for the match. Mom asks her to watch on TV, so Sin Yi insists with her. Next day, everyone has come to watch Wuday's swimming match, in which Wuday gets first position. While giving interview, Wuday's attention is towards Sin Yi, which Chahian does not like. Wuday points towards Sin Yi and says, all this has happened because of that girl. So the reporter asks, is she your girlfriend? Then Chahian goes away from there. In the next scene, Sin Yi comes to a burger shop to look for work. Seeing Wuday working there, she is quite surprised. Then she asks Wuday, what had you written on the note that day? So Wuday lies to her, I had written beef burger. So Sin Yi becomes happy. Now next day, Sin Yi gives a t-shirt to Chahian for going to the concert. Chahian refuses her, I do not want it. So Sin Yi says, I had bought it with so much love. Chahian says, how much is this for? So she tells him the price. So Chahian puts money on her hand and says, now do not follow me. I will not come on Saturday either. And then goes away. Sin Yi feels very bad. She throws the money and goes away. Next day, So Young tells Chahian that Sin Yi is very excited to go to the concert, and her birthday is also coming. In the next scene, Chahian calls Sin Yi and asks about tickets, and then asks her what will be made at your house at lunchtime. Sin Yi says, curry rice. So Chahian says, okay, and cuts the call. Sin Yi smiles. Then her dad comes there and gives her the match tickets. Next day in class, Wuday asks Sin Yi to go out somewhere tomorrow. Chahian interrupts their talk. At night, both come to watch the match. The guard tells them, your tickets are fake. Then both of them are sitting outside. Sin Yi asks him, what had you written on the secret note? Chahian gives her that note, in which was written, I do not want to play this game. Wuday had written, I like Sin Yi, and Sin Yi had written, whom I like, he is here. Then Chahian asks her to leave from there. Then he wishes her birthday. So Sin Yi becomes happy. Next day, Sin Yi goes to Wuday. She says to him, what you had written on the secret note, I have seen it. So Wuday says that I had done as a joke. Hearing this, Sin Yi becomes happy. Wuday had not joked, but but due to fear of friendship getting ruined, he had lied to her. At night, Chahian comes outside to keep the garbage. Then Sin Yi is coming from outside, so he asks her, "Where are you coming from?" She tells, "I was with Wuday." So he gets angry and tells her not to stay outside for too long and goes away. Sin Yi smiles at him, being jealous. Next day, both have come outside together. Sin Yi starts taking off his shoes but stops. Chahian takes off one of her shoes, so he sees she has worn different socks, so he starts smiling. So Sin Yi tells, "My dad went wearing my socks, so I also had to wear these." Chahian makes her wear the shoe back. Sin Yi says, "The weather is getting bad. Let's go home." Chahian says, "The weather is good," and then starts going on her cycle. In the next scene, Sin Yi's MP3 battery finishes, so she asks Young to give his MP3, but Young refuses. Hui Ji comes and gives cookies to Chahian. Chahian refuses her, but she keeps it near him and goes away. Sin Yi also sees this and again asks Young to give the MP3. Then Wuday comes there. He asks Sin Yi, "What happened, brother?" So Sin Yi tells him about her MP3's battery finishing. So Wuday gives her his MP3. Chahian was also taking out MP3 for her, but now he gets angry. After a while, the teacher is teaching. Sin Yi is reading a storybook while listening to MP3, so the teacher comes to her and takes the book, and her MP3 too. "And you will not get this for a full week." She says, "You take the book, but return the MP3. At this, Wuday becomes happy that Sin Yi is asking for his MP3, but the teacher takes both things and goes away. Sin Yi gets embarrassed by Wuday. In lunchtime, Young says to Sin Yi, "You told the teacher, take the book, but return the player. Does my book have no value?" So Sin Yi says, "I can give you the book again, but without the MP3, how will Wuday live for 1 week?" She then apologizes to Wuday. So Wuday says, "No problem, I have an extra MP3. Then he says, "I have brought many heat pads. Does anyone want?" Then he gives heat pads to Sin Yi. Seeing them, Chahian gets angry, so he takes her plate and goes away from there. So Sin Yi also goes after him. Wuday finds this strange. Then, the teacher is in class. Then Hui Ji is sneezing. Her friend was also not well. The teacher sends both to the nurse office. Then a classmate says, "If both of them have flu, then this will spread in the whole class." Hearing this, everyone gets scared. Then Sin Yi also starts sneezing, so everyone moves their chairs away from her. Chahian says, "Vaccine has come, by which now there will be no side effect." But a classmate says, "My mom has said that everyone will die from flu." Wuday asks Sin Yi, "Are you okay?" She says, "Yes." Then she starts sneezing again. Her heat pad was torn, so she was sneezing repeatedly. Then she goes to the doctor, so they check her temperature and ask her to rest right there. Then the doctor goes and tells the teachers that 2 students have flu. We should send the remaining children home. So everyone gets a holiday before going home. So Young and Wuday are going to meet Sin Yi. She also asks Chahian to go with them. He does not say anything, so Young goes away from there. After they go, Chahian thinks what he has to do. Then these 3 come to see Sin Yi. Seeing them, Sin Yi becomes happy. Then they tell her to take care of herself and go away. Hui Ji was also there, but nobody had come to meet her, so she was feeling sad. Chahian takes the MP3 and comes to give it to Sin Yi. Then the teacher and doctor are outside, so he gives the MP3 to the doctor and goes away after telling them to give it, but whom to give, he does not tell this. So the doctor goes into the room and asks both Sin Yi and Hui Ji, "For whom has Chahian given this MP3? Hui Ji quickly says, "It must have been given for me." Sin Yi becomes sad and lies down. Chahian then goes to the control room and turns on the mic and starts reading a romantic book. Hearing this, Sin Yi becomes happy and says, "I want to remain sick for a little longer." Hui Ji gets angry seeing her. Then the doctor examines Sin Yi and Hui Ji and tells them to go home, that now both of you are fine. Coming home, Sin Yi messages Chahian and says to him, "I think you should do hosting, or you can also do singing." Chahian starts smiling. Sin Yi is praising him quite a lot and then tells him, "I have started a new book. Will you read this?" Chahian says, "I will think about this." Then Sin Yi becomes happy that he did not refuse. Then we see Chahian had recorded voice in the MP3, in which he was telling her the flu symptoms and saying to her, "You will be fine." This is what Hui Ji had heard, and that is why she was more sad. In the next scene, we see Christmas was coming, so Young asks Sin Yi, "What gift will you give to Chahian?" So she shows her a card. So she says, "Just this? Your enemy is giving a bigger gift than you." Sin Yi sees Hui Ji is making a scarf. While going home, Sin Yi is feeling cold, so Wuday gives her gloves, so she is happy. Then Chahian pulls her to his side. Sin Yi asks, "What happened?" So he says, "Standing there, she sees a lady was taking her dog." Chahian gets embarrassed and goes ahead. Sin Yi, wearing gloves, says to Wuday, "I want, this time on Christmas there is snowfall." Wuday says, "Okay." At home, Sin Yi's dad sees her card. He reads it, in which "My dear honey" was written. Sin Yi's dad says Sin Yi likes someone. He gets a little anxious, so mom calms him. Then mom keeps that card in the fridge. Next day morning, Sin Yi's mom asks Chahian, "Is Sin Yi close to any boy?" Chahian says, "No." Then on Sin Yi's arrival, both go to school. In class, So Young tells Sin Yi to give a wish bracelet to Chahian. Sin Yi likes this idea. In the next scene, Sin Yi sees Hui Ji giving a gift to Chahian, so in her heart she says, "Chahian, do not take from her." Then Wuday comes and takes Sin Yi away. Chahian sees her going. Then in class, Sin Yi sees that gift in Chahian's bag and becomes sad. At home, she is looking for the gift card. Then her dad brings her that card and asks, "For whom is this?" She says, "I liked it, so I took it." Next day, Sin Yi sees Chahian wearing a scarf, which she thinks Hui Ji has given him. That is why she goes away without talking to him. Chahian thinks, what has happened to her? Outside class, Wuday says, "Why is there no snowfall?" Jung says, "What do you mean?" He says, "Weather forecast people had told about snowfall." So Jung says, "Do not believe their talks." Then Wuday gets an idea. At cleaning time, Jung asks Sin Yi to clean the window. Sin Yi, because of being short, refuses, but Jung forcibly makes her climb up. Chahian feels bad, so he catches Sin Yi and brings her down. Everyone gets surprised seeing him. Sin Yi becomes happy. Then snowfall happens, and everyone starts looking outside from the window. So Young says, "This is fake," but Sin Yi still likes it. On the rooftop, Wuday is spraying. The teacher comes and asks them, "Who has done this? Go and clean the ground." So Chahian, looking outside, says, "Now its need is not there, because in real, there is snowfall." While going home, Sin Yi was feeling cold, so Chahian starts making her wear his scarf. Sin Yi says, "This Hui Ji gave you, right?" He says, "No, this my mom brought." So Sin Yi becomes happy. She then asks Chahian to close his eyes, and then puts the gift card and wish bracelet on his hand. Chahian, seeing them, asks about the bracelet, so she says, "If you wear this, your wishes will be fulfilled," and then makes him wear the bracelet. Then Chahian sees the card, in that Sin Yi has made a painting of both of them. Chahian thanks her, so both are very happy. Then both come home. Sin Yi's mom asks her about the scarf, so Sin Yi tells, "This is Chahian's." Then Sin Yi gives that heart gift card to her dad. Her dad, seeing that card, becomes very happy. In the next scene, Jung tells everyone in class about the class picnic, so everyone becomes very excited. Then, while going home, Sin Yi, seeing Chahian, thinks she will propose Chahian on the picnic, so he will say yes to her. Thinking this, she becomes happy. Next day, she comes to the shop to buy some decoration items. Wuday was also with her. Both of them enjoy together. When Sin Yi comes home, Chahian is waiting for her outside the house. Seeing him, Sin Yi asks, "What are you doing at this time?" So he says, "I have come to keep the garbage." Then he asks her, "What is in the box?" Sin Yi says, "This is a secret. Anyway, I thought you were waiting for me." Chahian says, "Why would I do that?" Then he goes inside the house. Then next day, everyone has come on picnic. Sin Yi, seeing Chahian lying down, comes to him and starts looking at him. Then Chahian starts looking at her. Both are close, so both their heartbeats quicken. Then both turn their faces opposite to each other and sit, because both have become quite nervous. At night, everyone is having a barbecue party. Hui Ji asks Chahian to open the bottle, so he opens it and gives it to her. Then Sin Yi's bottle is also not opening. Chahian opens it for her too, so she becomes happy. After a while, Sin Yi tells Chahian to come near the trail room after 5 minutes and goes away. Then, So Young, and Sin Yi decorate that place. Then Chahian starts coming there, so Sin Yi sends both of them away from there. Chahian is going there, then Hui Ji calls out to him. She starts talking to him. Then So Young and Jung turn on the lights there. Then Hui Ji hugs Chahian. Sin Yi sees them together and starts crying. Then Wuday hugs Sin Yi and tells her not to look there. Chahian also gets very angry seeing them together. His heart also breaks. Tears are also in Sin Yi's eyes. In the next scene, Wuday has come to drop Sin Yi home. Both of them are talking to each other. Then Chahian comes there. Seeing him, Sin Yi says bye to Wuday and goes inside. After she leaves, Wuday says to Chahian, "I like Sin Yi, so do not hurt her." Sin Yi comes into the house and tears her and Chahian's drawing. She starts crying very much. Next day, Chahian asks Jung for help. Then, they come to class with a lot of snacks. Chahian puts those snacks on Sin Yi's bench. After a while, Sin Yi gets up, so the bag of snacks falls. Wuday asks Sin Yi, "Is this yours?" Sin Yi refuses. Then Wuday puts that bag on Chahian's bench. Chahian angrily puts that bag near Jung and goes away. Then Jung also starts going after him. Wuday asks Sin Yi about tomorrow's schedule, so she says, "Why?" Wuday asks her to go out with him tomorrow, so Sin Yi agrees. In the next scene, Hui Ji asks the school doctor to give her painkillers, saying her health is bad. The doctor tells her, "Too many painkillers are not good. If you are not well, go to the hospital and get checked." but she insists on them giving painkillers, so the doctor gives her painkillers. Then the doctor tells Chahian about Hui Ji, that she is depressed for some reason, so take care of her. Next day, Young gives Chahian the idea of playing the piano to convince Sin Yi, which Chahian likes. Then Jung messages Sin Yi to come to the auditorium. As soon as Sin Yi comes there, Chahian starts playing the piano. Seeing this, Sin Yi feels good. Next day, Sin Yi has come to the game center with Wuday. Both of them play games there and enjoy quite a lot. Then, Wuday gets a message from his dad, so he tells Sin Yi and goes home. Wuday's dad has brought him to the hospital. He says, "In this condition, you cannot swim anymore." Wuday is quite sad. When Sin Yi came outside the house, she gets a call from Wuday. He asks her if she reached home safely, so she says, "Yes," and then thanks him. Today we enjoyed a lot. We see Chahian is also standing there waiting for Sin Yi. He feels very bad, so he goes inside. Next day, So Young comes to the doctor's room, so they smile seeing her. She says, "My foot is in pain, so I need medicine." So Mr. Lee gives her normal candies. So Young becomes happy and goes away from there. In the next scene, Sin Yi comes to the ground where she sees Chahian with Hui Ji. He says to her, "Teacher is calling you." So Hui Ji holds his hand and asks him to go with her. But Chahian pulls his hand back from her hand. Then Wuday calls out to Sin Yi and takes her away. Chahian sees her going. In the next scene, Sin Yi is reading a book in the library. Then Chahian comes and sits near her. Sin Yi gets up to leave, so Chahian holds her hand and asks her to sit right there. Then both start reading the book. Chahian reads while looking at Sin Yi, and then moves her hair from her face. Sin Yi gets shocked seeing this. Then we see Hui Ji taking something from the nurse office and going away. So Young then comes there. She puts a gift on Mr. Lee's table. Then she sees a lot of medicine lying there. She comes outside. Then Young sees her. He then sees So Young's gift in Mr. Lee's room, so he comes to know So Young likes Mr. Lieutenant. By this, he gets hurt. He realizes So Young never liked him. Then he does not come to school for 1 week. Sin Yi says, "Surely he must be sick." So Young says, "Did anyone message him?" Wuday tells, he is not replying. On the other side, Hui Ji comes out of the washroom and suddenly faints. Then everyone comes to know Hui Ji had taken extra medicine, by which she has become sick. Her mom comes and argues a lot with Dr. Lee. "You gave her wrong medicine. That is why Hui Ji is in this condition." Dr. Lee says, "There is no fault of mine in this." Hui Ji's mom asks them to apologize, so Dr. Lee becomes ready to resign. Hearing this, So Young gets shocked. Then she talks to Dr. Lee about this. "It is not your fault. She had taken the medicine secretly." Dr. Lee asks her to keep this a secret, and telling her to take care of herself, leaves the school. In the next scene, everyone is doing sport practice. Then Young comes there. He has hair dye. He goes on stage and proposes to So Young for date. Hearing this, everyone becomes happy. So Young also smiles, seeing Young. In the next scene, we see Young in the hospital where Sin Yi, Chahian, and Wuday have come to see him. Young asks about So Young, so Sin Yi says she is also just about to come. Then So Young comes there. So Young sends those three away from there. When Sin Yi comes home with Chahian, Chahian's brother says to her, "Are you going to become a maths teacher?" Chahian says, "What?" Then his mom says, "Not a maths teacher, but a maths professor." His brother says, "Are you going abroad for further studies?" Sin Yi, hearing this, falls into thought. In the next scene, Sin Yi and So Young are in class. Then Wuday comes and takes juice from Sin Yi and starts drinking. She says, "This was for Chahian." Wuday drinks half and gives it to Sin Yi. "You can drink." Then Chahian comes. So Sin Yi gives him new juice, but he takes Wuday's half-drunk juice and drinks it while looking at Wuday. After this, both have a game competition in which Chahian loses to Wuday. Sin Yi is praising Wuday a lot, so Chahian asks Sin Yi to go home. Sin Yi says, "So early? I still have to practice." So Chahian says, "Then I am leaving." Wuday becomes happy. Chahian goes a little ahead and looks at both of them, and then comes back and takes Sin Yi's bag and starts taking her home. Next day, everyone is cleaning the class. Then Wuday says to Sin Yi, "You have chalk on your face," and then starts cleaning it. Chahian does not like it, so he tells Sin Yi to go to the teacher. "They are calling you." Wuday realizes that Chahian has sent her deliberately, so he says to him, "I did not think you also know how to lie." When Sin Yi goes to the staff room, the teacher is talking with Wuday's dad. His dad tells the teacher, Wuday's shoulder injury has not healed. If he does not take care, his career will end. Hearing this, Sin Yi gets worried. Then, in the next scene, Sin Yi has come to eat food with Wuday. She asks him about his shoulder injury, so he says, "Everything will be all right." So Sin Yi becomes happy. After this, when she comes home, Chahian meets her outside. Sin Yi says, "Best of luck to him for tomorrow's interview." So he says, "I am not giving interview." Hearing this, Sin Yi becomes happy that now Chahian will not leave her and go anywhere. Chahian also smiles and touches her face. In the next scene, all the children are preparing for the exam. Then the teacher comes and gives everyone the university form and asks them to fill it. Then Sin Yi is sitting and studying with Wuday. She asks him, "Which career have you chosen?" He says, "I have not decided yet." He asks Sin Yi, "What do you like?" So Sin Yi says, "I like drawing." Then Chahian comes there, so Sin Yi starts smiling seeing him. In the next scene, Chahian tells his mom, "I want to go into medical. I do not want to do teaching." His mom tries hard to make him understand, but he says, "This is my life, so the decision will be mine only." In the next scene, Sin Yi is studying with Chahian. Chahian falls asleep while teaching, so Sin Yi gets close and starts looking at him. Standing behind Wuday sees this. He gets very angry. Chahian's eye opens, so he asks Sin Yi, "What are you doing?" So she says, "Will you believe that I was drying your sweat?" Chahian says, "Yes, I trust you." In the next scene, Wuday and Chahian are sitting together. Wuday tells him, "I like Sin Yi, but still I am happy for you. You take care of Sin Yi. Never hurt her. Otherwise, I will come back into her life." Chahian says, "I will never hurt her." Then both start smiling. Wuday starts swimming again. He misses Sin Yi quite a lot. One day, he calls Sin Yi to meet him in the ground. He says to her, "Here we met for the first time." Sin Yi says, "Yes, I remember." Then Wuday says, "I like you a lot." Sin Yi is very shocked. Wuday says, "The first time I saw you, you looked very cute to me. And then, as time passed, I fell in love with you. I like it a lot when you smile." Hearing all this, Sin Yi becomes emotional. Wuday then says to her, "From today, I will stop liking you." Sin Yi says sorry to him, but Wuday says, "There is no need for this. I have spent a very good time with you in which I was very happy." Then saying bye to Sin Yi, he goes away from there. After this, the scene of their exams is shown. All the children are giving exam. Sin Yi finishes the exam and comes outside. Then Chahian is waiting for her. Then both start going home together. In the next scene, So Young comes to meet Young in the hospital. Both of them are walking in the ground outside the hospital. Then So Young says to him, "From today you can tell everyone that you also have a girlfriend." Hearing this, Young becomes very happy. In the next scene, the teacher gives everyone the result card. Sin Yi gets shocked seeing it. So Young says, "What happened?" So she tells, "This time I got more marks." Then she and Chahian are sitting in a restaurant. Sin Yi asks about his juice. "How is its taste?" So he says, "Sweet." Then Sin Yi is looking towards his juice, so Chahian gives her his juice. So Sin Yi drinks the juice and says, "Chahian, we have indirectly kissed." Then both of them start smiling. Chahian sees his result, so he has got admission in medical. He calls Sin Yi, but she does not attend the call. At home, Sin Yi's parents ask her, "Are you okay?" So Sin Yi, crying, says, "I did not get admission in that university." So her mom tells her not to be sad. Then Chahian comes to Sin Yi's house and says to Sin Yi's mom, "Sin Yi is not attending my call." So her mom tells everything to Chahian. So Chahian brings Sin Yi outside. She is crying. That is why Chahian gives her his hand. So she puts her eyes on it and starts crying. Chahian says, "Give the exam again next year. I will help you. And you have interest in arts, so you choose this field." Sin Yi says, "Will I be able to do it?" Chahian says, "Yes." Then he feeds her food with his hands. Then Sin Yi joins art class. She is working very hard. On the other side, Chahian is also working very hard in medical university. In the next scene, Sin Yi checks her result, so she gets admission. So she is very happy. Then she parties with all friends. After drinking, Chahian takes Sin Yi with him. She walks and shows to Chahian. She says, "I am walking like a model, right?" So Chahian says, "Yes." Then Sin Yi says to him, "I like you very much." So Chahian says, "I know." Then he asks her, "Will you remember this?" She says, "Yes." Then Chahian kisses her. In the next scene, we see Sin Yi has come to Chahian's university. She is with him in the canteen. Now, while going to the hostel, Chahian is going holding her hand. Sin Yi is very happy. In the next scene, both were eating food in the restaurant. Chahian says, "Tonight do not go to the hostel. Stay with me." Sin Yi gets shocked and asks, "Will you and I spend the whole night together?" Chahian says, "What are you thinking? I am going to complete the assignment in the library. I was asking you to stay with me there." Sin Yi smiles and says, "Okay, so that is the matter," and starts feeling shy. So Chahian also smiles. Then both are sitting on a bench. Sin Yi sits far from him, so Chahian asks her to sit with him. Then suddenly he kisses Sin Yi on her cheeks. Then both are very happy. In the next scene, Sin Yi is in the library with Chahian. Sin Yi starts feeling sleepy, so Chahian asks her to read a book. Then Sin Yi rests her head on Chahian's shoulder, and then both enjoy quite a lot. In the next scene, Young is in the hospital. Chahian comes to him. He asks him, "Will you not tell So Young about this?" So he says, "No, you also do not tell anyone." Then next day, he meets So Young in the restaurant and asks her to break up. So Young gets shocked. Young says sorry to her and goes away. In the next scene, Chahian tells Sin Yi about Young's surgery, that he has said not to tell So Young about this, but this surgery is critical, so we should tell So Young. In the next scene, Chahian and Sin Yi are with Young in the hospital. Then So Young comes to Young and says, "You are crazy for hiding this from me." Young says sorry to her. So Young says to him, "I will pray for you. I will also wait for you to get well." Sin Yi and Chahian also become happy seeing them together again. In the next scene, Chahian is in the hospital. There, a nurse gives him juice. So his friend says, "Chahian, everyone likes you here and in the campus too." Sin Yi is also there. She hears this and comes to Chahian and says, "Chahian, Sin Yi has come. Sin Yi has waited for you a lot." Hearing this, Chahian smiles. Then he takes her outside. He says to her, "I was about to come to you after I was free." So Sin Yi says, "I missed you a lot, so I have come here." Then she hugs Chahian and says, "Stay like this for a little while." Then Chahian's phone rings, so he moves her back and says, "I have to go." Sin Yi says, "So early?" So Chahian shows her the phone and says, "I am getting their call, so I am leaving." Sin Yi says, "Okay." Then she kisses him on his cheeks and goes away. In the next scene, Sin Yi had come to congratulate her friend on opening an art studio. He asks her about her job, so Sin Yi tells, "Have not got it yet." So that boy comes close to Sin Yi and says, "If you want, you can join my studio." But Sin Yi refuses him. Coming home, Sin Yi gets fever. She is worried about not getting a job. Then she gets an email in which she has been called for an interview. She becomes happy and calls Chahian, but he does not pick up the call because he is in a meeting with his teacher. His teacher offers him to go to the US for training. At night, Sin Yi's health gets worse. Chahian, finishing work, comes to his room and lies down. He thinks about Sin Yi, so he sees his phone, in which there were many messages and calls from Sin Yi. Then he calls her, but Sin Yi does not pick up his call. Then he also sleeps. Next day, Sin Yi gets up and checks her phone, in which Chahian had said, "I will meet you after the interview." Now she gets ready for the interview happily, but her interview is not good. Then she sits outside and puts on medicine. Then she gets a message from her artist friend. He calls her for work at his art studio, that my teacher is not coming. You come in their place and work. I will give you good pay. Sin Yi thinks something and starts to go. Then she is working, so her friend brings her food. Then he tries to sexually harass Sin Yi, so Sin Yi hits him and runs away from there. Then she comes to the hospital to meet Chahian. Outside, she hears the nurses talking that Chahian is going to the US for further studies. Hearing this, Sin Yi gets shocked. Now Chahian comes to her and asks about her interview. Sin Yi remains silent and then asks him to break up. Chahian says, "What?" So Sin Yi says, "You are going to the US. Why did you not tell me this?" He says, "I have not decided yet." So Sin Yi says, "In your decision, whether I am there or not has no value." She starts crying and is about to leave from there. So Chahian says, "What happened?" So Sin Yi says, "I cannot bear anymore." Then Chahian is called for an emergency. He tells Sin Yi to wait for him and goes away. Then he checks the patient, but they have died. So Chahian becomes very emotional. Then he comes down to Sin Yi, but Sin Yi is not there. Chahian sits there and starts crying. Then he comes outside Sin Yi's hostel. Then a girl comes and tells him Sin Yi has already left the hostel. Hearing this, Chahian gets shocked. Then, like this, 1 month passes. Chahian is sitting at the stop, and in his hand is a US passport. He calls Sin Yi and tells her, "I am leaving today. Can you come to meet me?" Sin Yi says, "Do not wait for me," and cuts the call. After this, we see a scene of 3 years later. Sin Yi is drawing in her studio. Then she gets a call from Wuday. He tells her about his return to Korea, so Sin Yi becomes happy. On the other side, Chahian has also come back from the US. Sin Yi's dad is admitted in the hospital, so Sin Yi starts going to the hospital with Wuday. Chahian, seeing Sin Yi in the hospital, comes to her. Sin Yi gets shocked seeing him. Then Wuday comes there. He says to Chahian, "Have seen you after a long time." Chahian says, "Yes, that is how it is." Chahian is looking at Sin Yi, so Sin Yi takes Wuday and leaves from there. Then Chahian comes to know about Sin Yi's dad's surgery, so he asks the doctor doing the surgery to do the surgery well. Then Young and So Young also come there to see Sin Yi's dad. They are very happy seeing Chahian in the hospital. In the next scene, Sin Yi is standing outside the hospital. Then Chahian comes with his car. He asks Sin Yi to drop her, but Sin Yi says, "I will go by taxi." Chahian says, "At this time you will not find a taxi here," but Sin Yi still does not come. Then the driver of the car behind tells them to go ahead quickly, so Sin Yi gets into Chahian's car. Then he drops her home. Next day, Sin Yi's dad's surgery is happening. Sin Yi is waiting outside with her mom. Then the doctor comes outside and tells about the operation being successful, so Sin Yi becomes happy. Next day, Sin Yi's mom brings a lot of food. She tells Sin Yi to give it to Chahian and come back. Sin Yi did not feel like going, but on Mom's insisting she goes. Then, Sin Yi goes to Chahian and gives him the tiffin saying, "Mom has given this to you." Chahian asks her to eat with him. So Sin Yi says, "I have eaten," and then leaves from there. In the next scene, Sin Yi is in a restaurant with Wuday, So Young and Young. So Young says, "Everyone has come, so let's start eating." But Young says, "One person has not come yet." Then Chahian comes there. After eating food, Young invites everyone to his wedding. Now Wuday has to go for some work, so Sin Yi has to go home with Chahian. She sees the wish bracelet in Chahian's car. After coming home, she's about to leave. Then Chahian stops her and says, "Have you ever regretted your decision?" Sin Yi says, "No." So Chahian says, "Do you know for whom I have come back?" Sin Yi says, "I do not know." Chahian pulls her towards him and kisses her. Next day, Sin Yi is sitting at the bus stop and talks to Chahian saying, "What you did yesterday, you should not have done that." Chahian does not give any answer, so Sin Yi says, "Why are you not saying anything?" Then Chahian's colleague tells him, "Chahian's mobile was ringing for quite some time, so I picked it up thinking it might be something important." Sin Yi gets embarrassed and cuts the call. Then she tells Chahian about Sin Yi's call. She was saying something about yesterday. Chahian takes the phone from her. In the next scene, Sin Yi brings food for her parents, but they're already eating. So Sin Yi says, "I have also brought food." So Mom says, "Chahian had brought it for us." Now Mom tells her to give food to Chahian. That is why Sin Yi goes to Chahian. So he holds her hand and takes her to his room and makes her sit on the chair. Then Chahian takes out the food and gives some to Sin Yi too. Sin Yi is looking at him. So Chahian says, "Are you still angry at me?" Sin Yi says, "No." So Chahian says, "Can everything between us be like before?" Sin Yi says, "We broke up 3 years ago, so now what can be fine?" Chahian says, "I never thought that we broke up." Sin Yi says, "But I thought so." Then she leaves from there. Then Young's wedding day is shown, where Hui Ji has also come. She says to Sin Yi, "How are you?" So Sin Yi says, "Fine." Then Hui Ji tells her, "On the school picnic, I deliberately hugged Chahian and tried to kiss him, but Chahian had turned his face away. I had confessed to him then, but Chahian had told me right away that he likes you." She says, "I think Chahian loved you very much even then." Hearing all this, Sin Yi feels good. Then Young and So Young's wedding happens. Both put rings on each other and kiss. Now So Young throws the bouquet, so instead of Hui Ji, Chahian catches it. Chahian gives that bouquet to Sin Yi. Then everyone dances and enjoys. In the next scene, Chahian meets Jung and asks him to help him convince Sin Yi. So Jung blurts out, "You cannot even realize how difficult time Sin Yi has gone through. She was worried about not getting a job. Then her friend also misbehaved with her." Saying this, Jung falls silent and says, "This was a secret that I should not have told." Then he says, "If you want to get her back, try yourself." Next day, Jung and So Young ask Sin Yi to come for a housewarming party. Then everyone has come to So Young and Jung's house. Sin Yi likes their house very much. She praises it a lot, by which both of them become happy. Then Chahian also comes there. He has come wearing school uniform. Everyone laughs at him. Then everyone takes pictures together. After eating, Chahian gets a call from the hospital, so he starts to go. He looks towards Sin Yi, so Wuday says, "I will drop her." Then Chahian says, "Bye," and goes away. Wuday has come to drop Sin Yi home. Getting out of the car, he gives Sin Yi a bouquet and asks her to be his girlfriend. He asks her to think carefully, but Sin Yi says, "I have always considered you as a friend." Hearing this, Wuday becomes sad. Then, Wuday has called Young and Chahian for a drink. He asks Chahian, "For the last 3 years you became so busy that you did not even contact Sin Yi. You never understand her feelings." Hearing this, Chahian gets angry. He says, "You people think Sin Yi loves me more, and I love her less, but I want her more than her." Wuday says, "Then why did you leave her and go?" Chahian says, "I thought she would come after me. She always came after me, but then she did not come. That is why I regret going to the US. I cannot live without her." Hearing all this, Wuday sees his phone. Sin Yi had heard all of Chahian's talks on the call. Then Wuday cuts the call and says to Chahian, "I have never seen you talk so much." Then Jung asks them to go home. Then we see Chahian with Sin Yi. Both of them do not talk about anything. After a while, Sin Yi is about to leave. Then Chahian holds her hand and lowering his head apologizes, saying, "All this is my fault. You forgive me." Sin Yi says to him, "I need some time," and then leaves from there. In the next scene, Chahian calls Sin Yi, but she does not attend his call. Then he comes home and goes to sleep in his room. Then Sin Yi is sleeping there. He also lies down next to her. Then both sleep together. Next day, Sin Yi comes to the hospital to meet Chahian. There some children give him flowers and take her to Chahian. Chahian also gives her a bouquet and then takes out a ring and proposes to her saying, "My life is incomplete without you. That is why I want to stay with you." Sin Yi smiles and says, "Yes." Then Chahian puts the ring on her. Then he comes to drop her home. Sin Yi asks him to come to her house, so he says, "Tomorrow I have a holiday." Then he lies down, resting his head on Sin Yi's lap. Then Sin Yi gets a call from her mom. She tells her about her friend's son's proposal. Chahian was hearing all this, so he takes the phone from Sin Yi's hand and talks to her mom and tells her, "I and Sin Yi have come back into a relationship. I will come to meet you." Then he gives the phone to Sin Yi. Sin Yi, to save herself from her mom's scolding, makes an excuse of the phone being switched off and cuts the call. Then she asks Chahian to go home, but Chahian gets up and goes into her bathroom. Then both lie down on the sofa and bed in one room. Sin Yi does not feel sleepy, so Chahian goes and lies down on the bed with her. Sin Yi says, "The way you proposed to me today, I liked it a lot. I did not know that you love me so much." Chahian gets up and says, "Why do you always forget that I love you very much?" Then both say, "I love you" to each other and kiss. Then next day, Chahian feeds Sin Yi breakfast with his hands. Then both wash clothes. Then the doorbell rings outside. Sin Yi sees that her parents have come outside. She tells Chahian to hide, but he goes and opens the door. Then everyone sits together and drinks. In the next scene, Sin Yi was at her autograph event. Then Chahian comes and puts a book in front of her and says, "I am a very big fan of yours. Will you give me an autograph?" Then all her friends come there. Seeing them, Sin Yi becomes happy. After the event, she is going home with Chahian. Then Sin Yi extends her hand towards Chahian, just like they used to shake hands in school time, and then both start going together, and here our drama ends.